So, nandun siya. So, yun yung mga area. Plus, in Masbate, yung rehabilitation ng sandbar na nandun. Plus, i-connect namin siya parang river cruise to town of Mubo. Which is napakasarap. Ang strength nila is yung crabs and everything, seafoods nila nandun. So parang the same in Bohol, the floating restaurant, diba? And then you'll go to the sandbar and go back. So ang ganda. So yun yung din-develop namin. Kasi ang discussion namin with local government of Masbate, I think it's high time na makilala yung Masbate na as a tourism destination. Hindi lang pag may Rodeo Festival or kapag may kaguluhan lang doon nakikilala si Masbate. So now, it's gonna be a destination. And I think it will also improve the connectivity kasi ang hirap makapunta ngayon doon, di ba? Every other day ang flight. Tapos yung accessibility, mahirap, yung weather. So, alis kung dadayuhin na talaga kayo, darami yung opportunities for flights, di ba? So, yun naman, across the whole Bicol region, marami kaming projects. Actually, not only for Bicol, even for other regions, marami rin naman talaga kami.
Sir,
Even for Samar, katabi.
Thank you for giving us more hope. At least yung mga kababayan namin doon mas matutuwa sila because of the development that you're bringing in.
Yes, oo. Kasi we're trying to really suggest yung connectivity. We're having discussion also with the OTR, paano ma-improve yung mga airport, di ba? Kasi tapos yung Bicol Express, di ba? Kailangan din, especially yung Maharlika Highway. Yun yung napakalaki talagang kailangan na tulong. Kasi yung goods, kapag hindi na-deliver ng na on time, nagkukonsumo ng maraming krudo dahil sa haba ng biyahe, traffic. So, tumataas ang bilihin, di ba? Yun eh, connected lahat kasi sila eh. So, I think yung majority na yung objective namin, yung top priority talaga is to really rehabilitate itong mga facility na nandyan na para magkaroon ng improvement.
Sir, just to be honest, ang travel from Manila to Bicol took about mga 16 to 20 hours
Yes,
minsan.
oo.
So, ang hirap.
Ang
Tapos
hirap.
parang ka nasa washing machine sa loob, hindi ka makatulog, alog-alog.
Yes. But now, at least meron kaming hope na nakikita kasi may ginagawa na sila, di ba? So, may mga poste na. So, sana matapos siya. At least sabi ko nga, ginagawa na. Hindi siya plano lang. So, it's like parang waiting the skyway dati, di ba? So, nag-face tayo ng traffic. But now, may nakikinabang na kahit paano para ma-decongest yung traffic at bumilis yung mga goods and services na mapunta sa Southern Luzon.
Last two na lang ako. Ito kanina pa gusto kong itanong to sa'yo kanina kasi nai-inspire ako sa mga ginagawa mo overseas. And you became one of the youngest provincial governor in the Philippine history at age 24, if I got it right.
25.
25. What advice would you give to young Filipinos who aspire to enter public service, lalo na't magkakaroon tayo ng barangay election coming in?
Yeah, I think number one ang advice ko siguro is yung heart, yung puso mo sa pagsiservisyo. It's not because hindi siya luxury, hindi siya parang bagay na dapat ipagyabang, o hindi siya accomplishment na dapat na gusto mo, or hindi siya trophy, hindi siya medal na dapat yun ang kinoconsider mo. I think for future leaders, I think number one ng qualification would be the heart. Yung puso mo sa pagsiservisyo, dedikasyon. Knowledge about it will come along the way kasi books are there, pwedeng basahin, pero kailangan mong makita into translation in order whether these are applicable or not, and then you can adjust. Pero the one thing that's most important is yung puso mo, dedikasyon mo sa pagserbisyo, pagtulong sa mga kababayan mo. Kaya may budget ka, wala. So be innovative and creative in doing in public service. It doesn't really need always money na kailangan, but pwede ka naman maging creative.
Kasi nagagawa naman ng paraan.
Pag gusto mo naman kaya, di ba? Kahit magsulisit ka lang, pwede ka naman gawin, di ba? Ang daming tulong. Let's say, basurahan, hindi mo naman kailangan mag-purchase ng di bumili ka ng mga pinaglumaan na drum ng oil, di ba? Cut mo into two, dilagyan mo ng bakal sa welding shop, yun na naman, tataan mo, that's it, di ba? Hapit, hatiin mo into two, makakatipid ka pa, instead na waste yun, hindi nagawa mo pakinabangan, basurahan mo, pwedeng ganun. Always ganun naman eh. Kasi let's say kami, maliit lang naman yung barangay din namin. Eh. So, yung era, hindi namin inaasahan yun. So, we have to be more creative, resourceful dun sa paano namin ma-implement. Kasi pati yung mga programs ng barangay, ng mga sports programs, especially kasi napaka-importante yun na para malayo sa masamang bisyo yung mga kabataan, di ba? Especially now, it's an easy access to everyone. So nakakatakot. We need to really help our young.
Okay, my one last question would be, when your public service journey is eventually written about, what legacy would you like to leave for tourism industry and the Filipino people?
I think siguro for me is a person who's really never, kumbaga, hindi nawalan ng pag-asa. Hindi na disappoint, hindi kasi sa akin it's very frustrating. Ngayon, it's really frustrating kasi we work so hard from it's more fun in the Philippines pa ako, nandyan na ako. So we've been doing it, so we see that the changes, the development, the accomplishment and everything, and then always balik ka na naman dito sa baba. So it's kind of frustrating talaga, but yun nga yung sinasabi ko, we cannot give up. Kasi kung mag-give up ka, sino yun? Sino yung tutulak para dun sa next generation? And yun nga yung pinupoint ko lagi na parang we're not doing this anymore for ourselves. We're doing it for the next generation. Hindi naman natin pwedeng pabayaan yung bansa natin ng ganyan-ganyan na lang, di ba? Madaling sabihin na, okay, I give up. I can migrate to other countries. Doon na lang ako. Ayoko na. Diba? Pero hindi eh. Kung ganun ang mindset natin pare-pares, sino nga aasahan? Sino yung magiging foundation ng mga next generation? So, I think yun. And a lot of things na kailangan gawin, na dapat pang gawin. So, yun yung mga itutulak na kailangan. Which I think everybody is all agreeable na experience natin lahat ngayon, mga airfare prices. One at a time. Yung mga problema natin, hindi natin sila kayang solusyonan ng minsanan, pero ang importante, may ginagawa tayo about it. So for us, for my part, for the longest time, ang contribution ko for tourism is, I think yung pushing and empowering the sustainability of the industry moving forward in the future, kasi para mag-last sila ng matagal and mapakinabangan natin yung ating mga assets, yung ating environmental natural assets natin, which is of course the beaches, the mountains, yung mga yan, di ba? So yun.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Your turn.
Sir Mark, first of all, you mentioned nga na importante education and also information para ma-promote yung tourism natin. But I just also like to ask, how would you define the differences between the Department of Tourism, yung TIEZA, and the Philippine Tourism Board? Kasi parang iba, nalilito pa rin. And
Yes,
iba,
kasi bago yan. Ang Department of Tourism is our mother agency. Pero they're in charge of the promoting the Philippines. So, sa kanila, promotion talaga yan.
Okay.
Ang TPB naman is also in charge in promotion and also creating yung MICE, meeting incentives and exhibitions, di ba? So, binibenta rin niya yung Pilipinas sa ibang bansa rin natin through exhibitions and exhibits. Kami naman, on our end, kami ang infrastructure and investment arm ng Department of Tourism. So kami ang gumagawa ng mga lahat ng infrastructure na kailangan na sa tourism. Let's say yun nga, kamukha nung mga sewage treatment facility, hyperbaric chamber, itong pagpapailaw ng mga magagandang lugar, restorations ng mga heritage places natin, churches, museums, ginagawa namin lahat yan. So yun yung sa amin. And then we invite investors, not only, hindi lang local, but of course international, to invest dito sa Pilipinas. And then if they're gonna go under us, we give incentives. So may mga tax benefits, holidays, yung mga yan. So yun yung aming trabaho. So yun yung pagkakahiwalay namin. And kasama rin yung Duty Free Philippines na dyan. Iba pa yan, di ba? Meron pang Philippine Retirement Authority, merong Intramuros Administration, merong National Parks Development, Yan yung mga agency na under Department of Tourism.
Pero with infrastructure, that means na mas closely nakipag-coordinate kayo with the DPWH or DTI for your projects po ba?
Hindi, it depends. It depends. Kasi kung halimbawa sa airports kami, DOTR kami. Kung kalsada yan and bridges yan, DPWH kami. Kung buildings yan, Tourism Information Center, Tourism Rest Area, LGU naman ang kausap namin. So it depends kung anong klaseng project. Kung halimbawa, Esplanade yan, or when it comes to beaches and everything, DNR ang kinakausap namin kasi sila yung merong agency na may mandato sa ganon, di ba? So, kapag Wi-Fi connectivity naman ang gusto namin, ganyan, DICT ang kinakausap namin. So, iba-iba. Let's say kung halimbawa may program kaming gustong gawin for our balikbayans and everything. So nandiyan naman yung DMW, di ba? So sila yung mga kausap namin. So it depends kung anong scope ng project, ng trabaho ang gagawin namin. So yun yung kinakausap namin, ka-tie up namin agency, interagency.
And as of now, ano yung sa tingin niya pinaka-ambitious na projects ng PIEZA na is it still ongoing or nagawa na this year?
Ay, ongoing. Yung rehabilitation ng 10 domestic airports at saka yung pagbibigay ng sewage treatment facility for El Nido, Coron, Baguio, Puerto Galera. Yan yung mga, pati Siargao. Yan yung mga key things na kailangan namin ma-achieve. Although, for implementation na sila, may budget na sila. So, gagawin na lang. So, we're hoping by the end of the year, up to the first quarter of next year, mag-fully materialize na lahat ng mga projects na yan.
Oh, within this year po
Yeah, within this year, hoping kung walang any obstacle or problem, technicalities na mangyari along the way. But of course, give them a little konting space by first quarter of next year, matapos na sila. So, yun yung hinahabol namin. Kasi those are high impact projects. Na although yung iba, pag sinabi mo kasi STP, hindi naman yung naintindihan sa STP. Pero napakalaking bagay kasi yun eh. Yun yung magko-control dun sa lumalabas na itim na nakita mo. So it will, that's waste kasi, that's pollution eh. So yun, plant yan na tinitreat and then, bago i-discharge, it's gonna be, malinis. So parang tubig siyang binalik mo sa karagatan ulit.
In terms of transportation naman po, ano sa tingin niyo yung pinaka best way to improve yung mobility for tourism? Kasi ang dami ng reklamo na yung maraming airport na kailangan daanan, mahalayo yung
Expand the runways. We have to expand the runways. Kasi hindi equip yung mga runways, especially domestic airports. Hindi sila equipped for bigger planes. Kaya walang makadirect flight coming from other countries diretso dun sa mga tourism destinations. So we have to improve the facility, the connectivity, which is the airport. So we have to expand the runways and develop, improve the building terminal natin for the domestic. Kasi ang problema, I think short yung mga runways dahil pang turboprop lang ang pwedeng i-cater. So kailangan ihaba. Pero ngayon, syempre, ang daming dapat ayusin. Yung iba, in order to expand the runway, they have to reorient. Ibabago nila kasi yung geographical scenery hindi siya qualified. So, reorient. Yung iba naman, may mga right-of-way issue dahil may mga bahay na dun sa dulo-dulo. So, papaano, di ba? So, these are the things na but the main goal, ang pinakakailangan talaga, we have to expand the runways not only for international flights to directly fly to the different tourism destination, but the most important is to lower the cost of the airfare. I think that's the key component talaga. Kasi kapag bumaba, including domestic tourism, magbo-boom. Kasi for domestic tourism lang, almost what, 98 million na yung ating nagta-travel, 60-70 million ang nagta-travel sa atin across domestically kahit sabihin mo yung tourist arrival natin internationally is just what, 5 to 6 million, pero yung domestic mo nasa 17. Ang laki ng ano nun, ang economic activity nun. So magge-generate yan dahil kapag lumalabas yung mga Manila, pumupunta ng mga probinsya, gumagastos sila. So nagkakaroon ng economic activity, di ba? Yung mga pagkain, mga anything, souvenirs, everything. So yun yung mga importante. So pero ngayon, medyo nahihirapan kasi ang taas ng presyo, di ba? Kaya nga yung issue ng bago ka pumunta ng lugar dito sa Pilipinas, pupunta ka na dun sa ibang bansa dahil mas mura. It's true. So yun yung nilalabanan namin. And that's one of our top priority to address na kailangan. And yun nga, with coordination and discussion with DOTR, yun talaga yung problem na nakikita namin is to really expand the runway. Especially now, yung mga turboprop nandun na sa Clark. So that's another 1.5 hour of travel. So, hindi pa tapos yung train system na diretso dito. So, these are the things na inaasikaso namin.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, bali, ask ko lang, what's your dream project about Philippine tourism?
Philippine tourism, expansion ng mga runways. Magkaroon ng night flight. I mean, that's it. I think if we can address that, it will solve everything. Maraming masosolve, marami sa checklist.
Then ano po yung laging nasa mindset nyo as leader po?
As
Leader po.
as a leader, ang mindset ko, of course, always priorities the people. Taong bayan. I mean, sila kasi yung pinagsisilbihan mo, sila yung laging i-consider in any decision. Even in the office, ganun. That's my principle. I always consider yung mga empleyado ko. It's not always a one-way ticket. Kumbaga, one-way decision. I always consult with my employees kung paano ang magandang gawin. Kasi it may be okay for me, but it's not okay for them. And always remember, sila yung mas maraming oras na may ginagawa. Sila yung permanente dyan, hindi ako. Ako presidential appointee lang ako. Sila, career sila.
Then, sir, since maaga kayong naging leader, ano po yung important lesson na natutunan mo through the years?
First, humility. Pagpakababa ang loob, wag kang ano sa tao. I mean, kung ano man yung meron ka ngayon, kung saan ka man ngayon, it should always come kung saan ka nanggaling. Diba? And ang point ko is never disregard or huwag mong kalimutan yung mga taong pinaglilingkuran mo dahil sila yung dahilan kung bakit nandyan ka. Without them, hindi ka aabot kung saan ka man. Wala kang ma-achieve. So always top priority is to really serve the people and always be on their shoes, at their service, not the other way around. Diba? Ganun yun.
Ano, pahabol ka lang, naniniwala pa rin pa ba kayo sa good governance?
Oo naman.
May
Of course.
pag-asa pa.
Definitely. Merong failure in the system. Kumbaga, in short, in one basket, sabi nga nila, kung merong isang prutas na naratin, meron namang hindi lahat. So, wag nating lahatin. Kasi if gagawin natin yun, magkukolaps yung buong system natin. So, that's why we still hope na kakayanin and we reverse, but it will take time. I know yung point mo, the damage has been done, so it will take us time to recuperate and recover from it, dun sa damage na nangyari sa atin. But at least, it takes time, pero one at a time, we will recover, magkakaayos. Who would think na aabot tayo sa kung anong meron tayo ngayon from the previous years? So tingin mo ba? Parang kami, in Pampanga, lumubog na kami in 1991. Sino ba makakapag-isip na top 10 progressive ang Pampanga right now? So makakabangon pa ba kami? But during that time, nung nangyari yun, wala na. Di ba? So ngayon, nasa top progressive kami, nasa amin pa yung pinakamagandang airport, which is Clark. So, di ba? Pero okay pa rin, masarap pa rin naman kami magluto.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy. He's being appreciated right now. So, even yung mga hindi bumuboto sa kanya, yung kanyang constant na critics, ay finally, he's being acknowledged of what he has done in the past. And I think, salamat. At least, bago man lang siya magtapos sa kanyang termino ay may legacy ang napansin sa kanya. Hindi yung parang dumaan lang siya nang wala lang. So, at least nakikita and hindi na nanggagaling sa amin. Yun yung masarap po doon. Hindi na namin kailangan i-advertise, hindi ko na kailangan parang press ko na isiwalat na ganito. No, it's coming from the people na. So kaya maraming salamat po sa lahat ng nakakapansin na, nakakapag-observe. And I think malaking bagay ang internet right now. Kasi free access na yung mga tao. Unlike before, they're all relying on news, TV, newspaper, di ba? Doon mo lang malalaman yun. But now, instant lang sa cellphone mo, makikita mo lahat yung So ngayon, meron pa kami pinag-uusapan din is yung I think ma-file na rin yung bill na dapat yung mga telcos natin is include nila sa libreng app yung Google para makaroon ng Google search kasi right now yung mga telcos natin I think they're just offering free YouTube and Facebook. So with fake news, it's very dangerous. So but with the Google na kasama siya na wala nang bayad, libre siya kapag nag-load ka, 'di ba, na yung free wifi or anything, yung load package na $299 mga ganun. Dapat kasama na yung libreng Google na app para magkaroon ng more accessibility for research ng mga kababayan natin, especially the young ones. Yes. Kamukha ng statement na kinama, we're all praying na sana magkaisa. Tama na yung bangayan because at the end of the day, Filipino people are watching us. And then meron tayong mga kailangan na isaayos na kailangan ng mga Pilipino. And I think yun yung dasal namin na sana magkaayos-ayos na because at the end of the day, wala naman talaga tayong mapupulot dito. Wala tayong mapapala. But of course, yung unity and kaayos-ayos na para sa bansang Pilipinas na I think yun lang naman. Kasi whether minority, majority, dati naman kasi for the longest time, it's just an argument, gentleman's argument among themselves as senators. So, I cannot speak for themselves, pero ako lang, yun lang ang dalangin ko. Sana magkaayos. As me, as a government employee, na also hoping na magkaayos because siyempre yung trabaho rin namin masalalay din sa mga nangyayari, especially kami sa tourism kami, di ba? So, ang trabaho namin is magdala ng trabaho, kabuhayan, development sa mga kababayan natin, especially on the parkland areas. Merong mga tourism destination. Alam naman natin, ang Pilipinas ay very rich in natural resources. So, sana matapos na yung sitwasyon na yan at magtuloy-tuloy na because kami, pinadalangin din namin, sana matakil na yung pagpapababa ng presyo ng airfare. Kasi yun talaga yung pumapatay sa tourism industry at kasabay na nun yung pagtaas ng presyo ng hotel, bilihin. So, yung inflation nandyan na. So, sana. So, we're all hopeful. Kasi parang hindi naman mawala ng say-say lahat. Education and information. Kasi may mentality tayo, especially on the rural areas, that if we see it as an income generating, we just focus on the income. Kumbaga, kita lang ang nakikita natin, di ba? So, nagpo-focus tayo sa kita. Pero yung preparation at saka yung security protection on the environment, even in the area, hindi natin binibigyan ng attention simply because siguro hindi natin alam. Kamukha nun, as simple as hindi nila alam yung sewage treatment facility. It's like what happened in El Nido, di ba? So, kailangan maisaayos muna yon. Kasi nangyayari, ano tayo, reactive. Hindi tayo proactive. So, like what happened in Boracay, reactive, hindi proactive, di ba? So, ngayon, we're trying to preach yung mga LGU sa mga kababayan natin, stakeholders na these are the things we have to set back 25 meters from the beach para maproteksyonan natin. We have to set up SCDP, we have to create master plan para kung saan yung landfill, basurahan, di ba? Para these are the things na kailangan. And then yung mga infrastructure support sa kailangan. So, yun. Which is, I think, it's more on the educational and information dissemination, yun yung sigurong importante sa lahat. Ayan, sorry. Hinay ko ng department of course. Ano yun? Kung sana, I don't know kung tinanggap na ng Bini, but of course, for us, it's a very, very big help. Especially, Bini is becoming a global icon. As a Filipino, di ba? So, parang dati Manny Pacquiao, we have Manny Pacquiao. So, anybody who wants to be a global ambassador for our country, very much salamat. Napakalaking tulong. Not only for Bini, but of course, Alex is also there as an ambassador, di ba? So kami, meron din kami sports tourism na kami yung nag-repair at gumawa ng rehabilitation ng Rizal stadium nito muli para magawa lang yung tennis event ng WTA. So galing sa amin yun as part of the sports tourism. So Bini is part naman ng sa music festival and everything, nandiyan naman yun. So malaki. Malay ko maging BTS sila as globally as well. So they can help us, di ba? So sana ma-accept nila. We're praying. Sana maging global ambassador sila ng Pilipinas. So para makatulong sa atin. Yun naman, salamat.
May request sila.
Yes po.
RM, sir, gawin niyo daw po yung video na yun sa akin. Then later, pwede
Hindi ko na siya kabisado eh. Nakalimutan ko na siya.
Replay mo.
Replay lang po.
Hindi ko na siya kayang bitawan eh. Nako guys, kumain na kayo. Sayang. I love you.
Hindi ka wala mo siya, sir.
Kaya
Ay,
niya,
nako, hindi ko na kaya. Nako. Ayan, tinerch na. Ayan. Nako. Ay, nako. Maghanap ng ano ba?
Magano siya
Internalize.
Maghanap ka ng saging sa buong, ay maghanap ka ng puno sa buong Pilipinas. Saging lang ang may puso. Sorry, less emotion na. Okay na yan. Kaya na. Thank you.
So kayo na tayo,
Salamat.
mamaya pwede kayo magkuha ng 1 kay sir.
Yeah.